Do you want to win every single duel possible? Then you need to watch this video, because we're about to tell you the absolute cheat strategy on how you can give yourself the best chance of winning. And it does include the one that everybody hates. It's the common driver followed by your best driver. So if you speak to the community of F1 Clash, they hate coming across this strategy, and you will see why in this video. So it is a case of using your best driver with your worst driver, and what happens is it forces the matchmaking and brings your opponent towards the back, and your higher driver will start nearer the front. Obviously, if you've got a higher driver, it will start further up. If you've got a higher common driver, it won't be as influential. So straight away, we've got a 59 matchup increase on the opponent, and you might be thinking, oh wow, here we go again. 59 increased team score. This is going to be so tough to beat with the setup we're using. But watch this. This is a 59 team score ahead, and we start P12, and they are P21 and 22. Now, Latifi is going to be tricky to win anywhere or get positions, because he's going to be so slow. All we need to really focus on is getting Alex Albon ahead. And you can see at the minute, Albon's 10 places ahead of Perez. So already we've got a good 8-point gap to play with. Now, what we're going to do is basically just try and do our best and keep Latifi ahead of many positions as possible and push Albon as hard as we can. Now, the caveat to this is if you meet a setup similar, it will obviously be an even race. Or if you meet a human player, they will obviously potentially use boosts. So you might want to boost your drivers as well. But that is up to you. So Latifi is pretty much a foregone conclusion that he'll be near the back the whole race. But so will your opponent. So as you can see how slow Latifi is, remember this is a level 1 common, never been upgraded. And Alex Albon is in P11 at the moment. So still a decent point scoring at the moment. And all we got to do is beat the opponent more than they beat my reserve driver in Latifi. And this strategy works absolutely perfect. It is a cheat code. It is a case of whatever matchup is pretty much in your favour. And everyone does hate it because it's such a cheat. And now if everybody hates it, then why shouldn't you be using it? And it is absolutely amazing. And as you can see, we're on lap 3 now. Latifi's at the back going really slow because he's like 4 overtaking and his stats are absolutely stupid. And Albon in P12. But we're all right there. That's not too bad. And what you got to do is learn the strategy of the track. If you can undercut, then undercut. If you've got the tyre management to do so, which I'll also show you in the next race following this one. And you can see Albon, everyone's going to be pitting lap 4 here. And obviously we're going to be pitting lap 4 as well. So it's really taking care of any bots that you get. And you will win probably 99% of these duels by doing this strategy. And as long as you know the strategy as well for the tracks, you're onto a winner. Absolute winner. So, Albon coming round at the moment. And I'm going to probably chuck in an extra lap here because they're all pitting this lap. And this is me knowing the strategy in Brazil. They'll all come into the pits on lap 4. And we'll keep Alex Albon going. Latifi is in for us. And a nice little double stack by the look of it for the opponent, which is going to help us even further. And where's Latifi going to come out? P20. So he's already made 4 positions and is ahead of the rival. So that's absolutely spot on. Alex Albon's coming around the last corner. Bearing in mind we're sat in 5th place here. Massive point scoring until we pit. And all we got to do is get ahead of the rival. And we're going to do that because they are way behind. So we did the old overcut. And Latifi, look, holding up the field. And the good thing you can is, if you get ahead of the rival with your common driver, you can literally use them to hold them up. Just keep basically full boosting down the straight and then hold them up in the corners. And as long as you've got one driver ahead, you're pretty much done, certain win. So we're going to keep pushing Albon now because we've done the 5-3 strategy. And we're just going to see if we can get him any more points. The rivals P18 and P24. And look how slow Latifi is. This is why you don't have to worry about your second driver. Just worry about your first. But if you can get your P2 driver up a few positions, then you really do need to. As Albon attacks Alonso with 1 lap to go. So we're up to P11. Maybe into P10. Yep, P10 it is. With 1 lap to go. So we're making good points here. And what about Latifi? He's sat in P20 still. Going pretty slowly, I imagine, as well. Yeah, there you go, up the home straight. Absolutely holding everybody up. And that's okay with me. He's ahead of a rival, that's all that matters. Albon up to P9. Closing down on the McLaren. And won't get the McLaren, I don't think. So it's P9 for the Albon. And Latifi running out of tyres. But look at that, 21 points to 9 with the rival unable to get past our opponent and AI. And it's going to be a nice, easy win. It doesn't matter how many points you get because there's no race crates anymore. All you've got to do is win the race. And that is Series 7. Easy win. 21 points. Rival got 9. Absolutely easy. And we'll go on to show you the car as well. So it was a 59 team score difference. And look at the drivers. So this is what it pulls. A level 7, level 8 Perez. And we had a 4 Albon, 1 Latifi. And then our car was a lot better as well. So that's the way it works. It absolutely is a cheat code. As we move straight into America. And this is a different type of this strategy. It's the same setup. It's the same drivers. But I'm going to show you the power of an undercut using your back driver. So again, P11, P24, and we've pushed the rival right to the back of the grid. Now, Albon we're going to stick on softs, and we're going to undercut on lap 2, whereas Albon we're going to do a 4-4 on the hard. So look at the gap. Albon's got a 10 position gap over the leading car of Latifi. So we do our boost off the start, and we're looking to make up any early positions, and we can't. But Latifi goes straight up the inside, and Latifi's up into P15. Brilliant start for us there. And that's why you need to do the boost launch as well. So we're in a pretty good position with Latifi, and he's going to go again here. Our 4 overtaking, or whatever he is, Latifi up to P12. And then if you've watched my track guides, this is where we always cut down. And we've managed up to P8. Oh, bad move there by Albon. And now P9. So we've got Latifi in a good spot, but we are still going to undercut from where we are because we're on the softs and they can only manage 2 laps. So with your second driver, if you can know the strategy to use, they are quite powerful to gain some points as well. As Latifi, man, look at that, up to P10. Absolute dynamite of a move. And sadly, we're going to get done by team orders here. But if you can do out the strategy, you can cause the rival to have some pain. So we'll bring Latifi in this lap. And again, team orders absolutely killing us here on the hards. So as we come around, Latifi will pit. And what it is he will always pit then on the opposite strategy to the rest of the field. He'll be the only one coming in on lap 2 in America. And Albon goes over. So there you go. Mick Schumacher actually did make an early stop. But just the 1, 2 or 3 drivers that have come in. So where does he come back out? He comes back out P22. Now that's not the end of the world because we've already made a pit stop. What about Albon? We're due to boost him right now. And we're going to try and overcut any potential pit stops ahead. And Latifi has lost a position, but I'm not too worried at the moment. because all we got to do is stay near the opponent. And with Alex Albon now riding in P6, we just got to stay within. And you can see a hard tyre ahead of us from the rival. So as long as we stay by him, the rival's got to get ahead of us in 5th. And you can see them coming out of the pits. Oh, that's a terrible move. Latifi, awful first corner there. But it doesn't matter too much. We're going to conserve down again, as Alex Albon will come in. So all we got to care about is Alex Albon. But he's way gone into the distance already. And Latifi making a good moves on the medium. So rival's going to come in with a hard. So we're already past him. And all we got to do is keep these two behind us. And it is an easy win already a couple of laps into the race. Albon comes out P10. And will now boost Latifi a little bit. And he does get up into P13. And we'll cut down and we'll come back for some more mediums. It's all about running clean air for Latifi, which he's doing. That medium tyre won't probably go to the end. 4 laps, it'll be tough for their opponent. And Albon, we're just going to keep conserving a little bit. Remember, he's got to do 4 laps. So you've got to really use this strategy, guys. If you're struggling with your best setup, you need to start using the cheat code of a common driver. Or even any lower driver. Any lower driver will help you with a better matchup, but it won't give you the desired effect. What you can do is you can have a level 1 common, a level 8 Max Verstappen epic, and you would start P1 and P24 with your rival somewhere near the middle. But at the minute, with this, my rivals are starting at the back and Albon just ahead in about 10 places up. So, closing phase of this race. Albon in P11, nice little crash for Vettel. And Albon moves up into P9. And what about Latifi? Remember, we did the undercut to try and move ourselves. Remember, we started P24 and this guy's got about 4 overtaking. And we're up to P17 now. And still, we're pushing Albon for any pit stops on lap 7 we want to get ahead of. As Latifi takes a wide line, that's because he wants to rocket it down the straight. And Albon, coming around the last corner, moves in to P8. Bad corner, we'll get away from the viewing of that one. And now Latifi will start his last lap. So any pit stops would be nice. There's one. We're past K-Mag into P16. 2 pit stops in there as well. So P14 for Latifi. And we are ahead of both of the rivals. And we've hardly had to break a sweat. All we've done is done a 4-4 with Albon. And we've done an undercut twice with Latifi. That is literally it. So as we come round to finish this race off, P7 for Alex Albon. He'll cross the line. 18 points. Rival right behind us. Can we keep him at bay? We're low on tyres. Be nice to beat both rivals. Be nice to get P13. And we do. Or do we? Yes, we do. Latifi, P24 to P13, 12 points. So a good solid 30 points using the epic and common driver. And the rival, absolutely nowhere. And you'll see now where the rival got 14 points. So that is the strategy that you have to use. So I hope you start to use that strategy. It is one of the best strategies on the game in any series, but lower the better, and a lower common the better as well. So give that a go. Let me know how you get on. Like I've said numerous times, the community hates it. It's such a horrible strategy to use. But it absolutely works, and it will literally get you winning, winning, and winning. It's almost like easy wins without doing anything. So give it a try, let me know how you get on, and I'll see you in the next one.